Exploring transferable skills. Today we're going to explore the difference between technical and transferable skills. Let's start with technical skills. These are the specific abilities that you can learn and measure, like writing, math, or using software programs. Basically, the skills that you proudly showcase on your resume. Now, let's talk about transferable skills. These are a little bit different. They include things like people skills, communication, character traits, and attitudes. Employers love transferable skills because they're key to long-term success. Unlike technical skills, which are more easily taught and nailed down, transferable skills are more about how you interact with others and handle situations. Employers are keen on finding candidates with transferable skills because they show that you can grow and adapt beyond just the technical stuff. It's important to develop both technical and transferable skills. They can really boost your career path. We'll dive into some more examples soon, but first let's talk about why these transferable skills are so valuable. The beauty of those transferable skills is that they work across various careers and industries. Even if your experience doesn't perfectly match a job, you probably already have transferable skills that the employer is looking for. So you're not starting from zero. They're a part of your core skills. Keep an eye on job postings that highlight transferable skills. They often focus on traits and abilities that you can learn or might already have, showing that personal growth and adaptability matter a lot. Bringing these skills into your work life can really boost your flexibility and job prospects. They're not just about what you know, but how you can use what you know in different situations. So let's continue looking at the differences between some of those technical and transferable skills. First, technical skills. Again, these are abilities that you pick up through specific experiences, whether it's from your career path or your education journey. Think of skills like being bilingual or trilingual, managing databases, or mastering the Adobe software suite. They're pretty straightforward and can be easily measured. Now, on the other hand, we have those transferable skills. These are more about your personal habits and traits that shape how you work, both alone and with a team. Think about qualities like integrity, dependability, effective communication. While they might not be as easy to teach, they're vital for long-term success. Both types of skills are important. Sure, technical skills might help you land the job, but it's often those transferable skills that really help you shine and advance in your role. When you're working in a team, having skills like open-mindedness and adaptability can really set you apart. So let's keep these differences in mind as we dive deeper into why these skills are so valuable in our professional lives. Types of transferable skills. There are three main types of communication that are crucial in both work and everyday life. First, you have verbal communication. That's more than just talking. It's about making sure your message is clear and straightforward. The goal is for the listener to understand exactly what you mean. Misunderstandings can easily lead to conflicts, so it's important to choose your words wisely. Also, think about who you're talking to and adjust your language to make sure you're being as clear as possible. Talking to your older boss using slang is probably not going to get your message across as easily, simply because they probably don't know what those words actually mean. Next up is written communication. Written communication includes things like emails and other professional documents like reports that you may have to turn in. It's vital to double check for grammar, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. Unlike speaking, conveying tone in writing can be tricky, so definitely pay attention to the words that you're using to prevent any potential misinterpretations. The last type of communication we're going to look at is our nonverbal communication. This includes things like body language and facial expressions. These nonverbal cues can have a big impact on how your message is received. Think of a person standing with their arms crossed versus a person with their arms opened. Just that nonverbal cue is going to subconsciously affect how you're thinking about them taking in your message. Mastering all three communication styles, verbal, written, and nonverbal, is key to avoiding confusion and building understanding. Keep that in mind as you're communicating with others. So, we're going to keep talking about communication skills and why they end up being such a big deal at work. They're not just handy, they can really boost your career. So, think about how you communicate in different situations. Do you make sure to really listen to others? Do you come across as confident? Are you good at sorting out conflicts or negotiating in deals? Whether it's speaking in front of a crowd, writing, or even utilizing your body language in conversations, these skills are super important. They show that you can switch up your communication style depending on the situation, which is crucial for staying professional and effective. Being able to disagree with someone at work without causing a fuss is a hugely valuable skill. It proves that you can handle relationships well and keep the workplace peaceful. As you think about your next steps, consider how you can highlight these skills on your resume or during interviews. They're not just important for your personal development, they're key to moving up in your career too. Speaking of highlighting on your resume, let's talk about how you can really effectively showcase your resume in a way that truly stands out. Some of the ways could be maybe you've led campus tours. The role is all about persuasive communication. You're not just highlighting the university's strengths, you're also addressing questions and concerns of prospective students and their families. It's a great example of how you can engage and inform an audience effectively. Maybe you lead informational sessions either on campus or within your job. You're able to present crucial information in a way that's easy to understand and engaging. Your goal is to not only make sure the audience is understanding what you're saying, but that they're drawn in by your presentation. Sharing this example can demonstrate your creativity as well as your command and speaking skills. Maybe your job has been marketing proposals. This is where clarity and precision can be demonstrated. You're needing to make sure your ideas are communicated clearly so that they're resonating with all team members. You're demonstrating you know how to make that impact with your words. Using these examples is a way to demonstrate the skills that you have on your resume without just listing on your resume. Maybe you also work in collaboration and creating content with your university or even on your own with other teams. This is demonstrating your ability to work in cross functional teams as well as the actual content creation. You're showing off collaboration skills as well as, again, your ability to engage an audience, both of which are highly valuable in the workplace. When you're tailoring your resume, you want to make sure that these examples are highlighting how your communication skills can be a real asset to the company that you're applying to. This approach is going to help your resume stand out and grab the attention of recruiters. You're showing your skills, not just telling them the skills that you bring to the table. Two more transferable skills that are important in any job environment are problem solving and critical thinking. Employers really value people who can tackle challenges quickly and efficiently. What do those skills look like? This can include creativity, research, risk management, teamwork, critical thinking, decision making, resourcefulness. All of these skills are things that can be useful in your own life and your professional life. Think about times that you've creatively come up with a unique solution. Maybe teamwork and analysis help you solve a tricky problem. Reflect on these moments when you're building your resume to demonstrate those transferable skills. Being able to show these abilities makes you stand out to potential employers. It's not just about listing the skills on your resume, but also sharing examples of how you've used them effectively. In today's job market, standing out can be tough, but highlighting your problem solving skills on your resume is a great way. So we talked about it. Don't just list the skills, back them up with strong examples. For example, you managed to reduce safety violations by 40% just by strategically installing railings. This shows not only your knack for solving problems, but also your commitment to workplace safety. You didn't just tell them, hey, I increased workplace safety or I reduced workplace accidents. You're quantifying what has been done and showing them how you were able to do so. Maybe you cut down inventory costs by 15% by implementing smart software solutions or new inventory counting. That's innovation and efficiency rolled into one. Maybe you've boosted customer satisfaction ratings by 25% by standardizing processes and scripts. This illustrates your attention to detail and focus on customer experience. Quantifying those experiences again shows the prospective employer, not just telling them. Customizing your resume to reflect with your problem solving prowess in a way that aligns with the job you're aiming for is the secret to success. This approach helps you grab not just its attention, but helps you to keep that attention. By painting a vivid picture of how you've tackled challenges in the past, you're doing more than just saying you're a problem solver, you're showing it. And that is what really makes an impact. Another transferable skill set that employers are looking for are creativity and adaptability. Creativity isn't just something for artistic careers or inventors or theater actors. It's a fantastic skill to have in any job. If you're someone who's curious, loves learning from others, or is always open to fresh ideas, you're already on the right path. Creativity is what fuels innovation and allows us to experiment with new approaches. It's about thinking outside of the box, no matter what field you're in. Adaptability, on the other hand, is thriving in change. In today's fast paced work world, being able to roll with the punches is a must. It means being consistent, staying organized, and keeping a positive outlook in the face of turmoil. Flexibility and patience are your best friends here, helping you to not just survive, but really thrive when things change. By adopting a growth mindset, you can use both your creativity and adaptability to shine in any role you take on. Think of adaptability like a branch blowing in the wind. A stiff branch is going to break, but a flexible branch moves with the storm and comes out in the end. Whether you're crafting a masterpiece or managing a product or project, these skills can help you stand out and succeed. What are some ways that you can show, not tell, how creativity and adaptability shine in your own work? Think about how you can frame some of your examples. For example, maybe you, in that social media engagement that we talked about earlier, you were able to increase sales to the store. I can say, oh, I increased sales to the store, or I can say that I developed an innovative marketing strategy that increased social media engagement by 25% within 3 months. This is demonstrating creative problem solving, it's demonstrating adaptability, and it's demonstrating how those things are really and truly helping the business itself. The examples that you use illustrate the profound impact creativity and adaptability can have, not only in achieving immediate goals, but in sustaining long-term career growth. Another transferable skill you may want to highlight is work ethic. Work ethic is fundamentally about commitment and quality. It's about our ability to consistently follow through on tasks and responsibilities. Some key aspects of demonstrating your work ethic may be including attention to detail and time management. These ensure that tasks are completed accurately and on schedule. Integrity and dependability are other equally vital skills as they demonstrate a building of trust and reliability in the workplace. Persistence and motivation are also transferable work skills that demonstrate your work ethic. All of these elements create a result-oriented mindset that's essential for success. Anyone can develop a strong work ethic with practice and dedication. Think about different ways that you can highlight your work ethic with examples. Look at some of the examples below. On a resume, one might say that they collaborated with senior consultants to research and analyze data for client products, leading to a 15% increase in project efficiency. This is demonstrating collaboration, this is demonstrating reliability, as well as efficiency with your work career. Think about how, as you're building your resume, you can demonstrate your work ethic with the examples that you're using. One of the most important transferable skills that you can develop is your emotional intelligence, or EI, or EQ as it's sometimes called. You can think of it as the ultimate skill that you can take anywhere with you. It's all about getting a handle on emotions, both your own and those of the people around you, and using that knowledge to steer your actions in a way that's healthy and productive. So, what are the big pieces of emotional intelligence? First up, we have what's called interpersonal intelligence. That's your ability to pick up on and react to other people's moods and motivations. You know, that feeling when you can read a room or understand what someone's feeling without saying a word? That's your interpersonal intelligence at work, and it's a huge asset in both social and professional scenarios. Next, there's intrapersonal intelligence. This one's all about self awareness. It's about being in tune with your own values, beliefs, and thoughts, really getting to know yourself. This understanding is key for personal growth and being able to communicate effectively with others. The skills are not just about getting through conflicts smoothly, but also about building empathy and keeping a positive outlook. How often do you really stop to think about your emotions or those of the others around you? And here's the good news. Emotional intelligence isn't something that you're just born with. It's a skill that you can develop and get better at over time. By working on it, you can make improvements in both your personal and professional life. Why is emotional intelligence so highly valued in the workplace? Emotional intelligence enhances your ability to communicate effectively, manage conflicts, solve problems, and build strong relationships at work. A high IQ allows you to remain calm under pressure, empathize with colleagues, and respond constructively to feedback. It's about listening, reflecting, and engaging in meaningful interactions. In contrast, low EQ can lead to avoiding responsibility, passive aggressive communication, and being dismissive of others' ideas. Emotional intelligence is one of those transferable skills that can be improved through training and practice. Take stock of your own professional and personal examples that could be utilized on your resume to demonstrate your emotional intelligence. Think about times when you've cultivated strong relationships, whether you've presented findings to different teams, analyzed different dynamics, and how they've affected your work. Think about how those examples can demonstrate your emotional intelligence as you develop your resume. Emotional intelligence is not just a skill, but a powerful tool that can be cultivated to achieve remarkable results in any setting. As you consider some of the transferable skills we've talked about today, think of your own skills and how you can enhance them. How can you work on improving your transferable skills as you go forward in your professional career? There are 5 steps that you can follow. First, pick the skill that you want to enhance. Consistent practice is going to be key. This can be anything from communication to building your leadership. By focusing on one area at a time, you're allowing yourself the opportunity to make meaningful progress. Next, observe and mimic the positive transferable skills you see in others. This could be a colleague who's an excellent communicator or someone who handles stress with grace. Learning from others can provide practical insights and inspire your own development. Next, set SMART goals. Make sure they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. These goals are going to help you track your progress and keep you motivated. Look for resources that can help you learn. This could be books, online courses, workshops, or again, mentors that you can observe. Finally, remember to highlight those newly learned transferable skills or newly polished transferable skills in your resume or during interviews. Show potential employers that you're not only aware of your abilities, but actively working to improve them. By taking these steps, you'll be well on your way to enhancing your transferable skills and making a positive impact on your professional life.